Hi Collective, welcome to Sacred Wisdom Oracle. I'm Sophia and I'm back for another reading. I hope everyone is doing well today. I want to welcome everyone back and welcome all my new subscribers. Welcome to the family, y'all. Thank you so much for all you guys do, all your comments, your subscriptions, your shares, your likes. It does not go unnoticed. And and your donations. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so we are going to do, I don't really want to label as a crime reading, but it may end up being that because we're going to use my deck, a couple of my decks, and perhaps a true crime deck. So maybe it will be a crime reading. I'm assuming it might be, but okay. Divine angels, ancestors, spirit, and guides, I call upon you to surround myself and the collective with your love, light, and guidance with the highest protection. I ask that only beings of light enter the space, offering wisdom for the collective's highest good. Guide me with clarity, shield me from harm, and help me to see what is needed in this read. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Holy Spirit, holy angels of the highest white light, what does the collective need to know for their highest good? Light in court, on the record. A landlord? Oh boy. Court date, 3 to 6 months. No empathy. So there's some no empathy having person out here. I could have lied on the record in court. This could be the landlord. What else do we need to know? Divine intervention is at play here. Something about that. So somebody could have lied in court because they have no empathy. The law. Ooh. This divine intervention could have been the law, collective. I don't know why I just heard this, but I heard DOJ. I don't know what that means. I guess it could be like Department of Justice? Interesting. Winning. Keep going. So the law could have your back against this no empathy having landlord here, collective. So I was actually only going to take overall energy across, but I just inadvertently just started going down, and I was only going to take 6 cards, but now I'm being called to take all the cards and then do the, like, yeah. So I'm just doing things as I'm being told today. I'm just obeying. Grandmother. A grandmother could have lied in court. Homewrecker. Something about a landlord and saying something about a homewrecker. Or this landlord was trying to wreck your home. By lying in court, cover up. So something is being covered up. Perhaps by a grandmother. A grandmother could know something. Forged. And we have no empathy. So somebody could be trying to cover something up with something that's forged. You called on your ancestors and they heard you. So you could have oh my gosh, you guys, I've got chills. Okay, so you could have called upon your ancestors to come and help you with something, to intervene, to divinely intervene on your behalf. So you could have literally, okay, so this is what, this isn't really an opinion. This is, you know, depending on who you talk to, it's around, okay? So from what I understand, now, let me know in the comments like what you guys think about this, but because I know everybody has their opinion. I don't think anyone really knows for certain. But you could have called on your ancestors and you could have done everything right in this prayer. Now, you could have even handed over their ability to take care of something for you. So you could have like given them permission. Now, I know people go back and forth on whether or not that's a thing. Like, do you have to give them permission? Your spirit team, your passed over loved ones, your ancestors, whoever. I always do, because I just want things to be like, I don't know, I feel like it's a lazy prayer to not actually do that, because we don't really know for certain like what we have to actually do, right, in our prayers. So you could have called on your ancestors and given them permission to intervene on your behalf. And their way of intervening was getting the law involved. You could have tried to get the law involved, and it was like perhaps an issue, because, you know, a lot of times the law doesn't get involved unless somebody actually gets really hurt. They don't care if you're being psychologically manipulated. They don't care if you're being even sometimes stalked. They just, you know, sometimes they don't even care until someone's passed away. So you could have called on your ancestors because you knew something was going on and you needed to keep going in your life so you could continue to stay winning, and your ancestors called on the law. This was true divine intervention. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think you have to give over permission, or do you just do it anyway? Drive-by stalking. So somebody could be driving by you or walking by your home, stalking you. And you're being advised to keep going. You're winning. You could be winning a court date, or somebody's done something, lied in court. Somebody could be gossiping. This could be someone's grandmother who lied on the record. Q, somebody with the initial Q. I just heard queen. A grandmother could go by queen, or they're, I don't know. Let's keep going. This person's a gossiping fool. They lied on the record. Family scandal. So there's something going on here with a family scandal. A Sagittarius could be involved. Tried to convince the court you were crazy for money. So that's what this cover-up is. Somebody could have a court date in the next 3 to 6 months that they're trying to cover up something. They could have tried to convince the courts you were crazy so they could get some sort of money. Now, this grandmother could have lied on the record based on gossip. Karma, dharma, destiny. So that it was their destiny to have no empathy, to have been part of some sort of forgery, or, yeah. Check fraud. I was just about to say this, but I didn't want to influence the reading in any way. So check fraud. So this person could, you know, have no empathy. They could forge checks. They could forge or do fraudulent scams. This is what they were brought into this world to do. They could have changed their destiny, but they chose to continue on to do this. So the law is involved in some sort of check fraud scam. Your ancestors heard you. Sister. There could be a sister that's involved in stalking you. Hold on, let me move these over. Now, with this landlord card, you guys, I'm not necessarily getting that this has to be your landlord. This could literally be somebody that's like living on the same grounds that you live in. Excuse me. So like you could live in an apartment complex. Somebody here could have moved into the same apartment complex as you to wreck your home, to cause some sort of problems. So they could easily stalk you. But the law is very much aware of this sister. A sister could have moved in. A grandmother's sister could have moved in. They could literally be living next door, you guys. All right. And again, somebody could go by the name Queen or be called Queen, something like that. Queenie. Secrets exposed about this gossiping grandmother who lied on the record in court. And we have because you broke up with them. So you could have broke up with somebody. Now, this doesn't have to be a partner. It could be a family member that you like realized was really toxic and you didn't want to have anything to do with. So there's this family scandal now. We have you. So now we have QU. We're on our way to spelling out queen, aren't we? Okay. Signature. So somebody's now trying to cover up what they did here. They could have signed something. The secret about the signature is being exposed. In court, a grandmother could have done this. Your angels, your ancestors, your guides are saying, are you listening to our divine guidance? So you could be getting messages, you know, like intuitive hits by your angels, your ancestors, your divine team that's asking you, like, make sure you're listening to what we're telling you. But I'm getting that you most likely already know about the situation if it's coming out. Okay, let me just mix these up a bit. What else we need to know, Holy Spirit? Pisces. Somebody could have signed a Pisces signature on something in order to get them caught up. This was a forged signature of a Pisces, or this was a Pisces who did it. V. Somebody's initial could be V, first, middle, or last. Plan. This was a plan to take some sort of money fraudulently. Somebody could have done some sort of forgery here on a check. But the law knows about this plan, this check fraud scam plan. So this is your family. You broke up with them, so they tried to destroy your life or your job. This could be a family member. So remember I said earlier, it doesn't have to be because you actually broke up with them, but it could be that you have a family member and maybe an ex involved in something, but we'll find out. We have 24/7 surveillance and pain and suffering. So a sister could be doing 24/7 surveillance on you because they're trying to protect a gossiping grandmother whose secrets are exposed in court because they lied. So they could be looking at jail time. Or someone's trying to get you for some sort of pain and suffering. Now, if you are either a Pisces or have Pisces somewhere in your chart. Now, if the law comes in and tells you about this, this is clearly something you may need pain and suffering for. Forbidden. So whatever these people did is being exposed. These secrets of whatever they did that was forbidden on the record, it's being exposed. Criminal record. Someone could say you are a homewrecker, that you need to have a criminal record for doing something forbidden. And if not, it's the other way around. Subpoena. So somebody could be getting subpoenaed to court in the next 3 to 6 months. I just heard January. You may have to sign for this subpoena. Buying. Something about buying. Somebody could have... What is this? They forged your signature saying you were buying something, or they were trying to... I don't know. Archangel Michael is here, though. Protecting you from this evil plan. Clothing. Somebody could have... Oh, we have buying clothing? That's interesting. Somebody could have been... Hold on, you guys. I just don't want to say until I know more information. L. Somebody's initial could be L. We have LUV. So for the love of a queen is what I just heard. Okay. Refuse to give you your inheritance. So somebody could have refused to give you your inheritance, collective. They could have swore you had some sort of criminal record. They could have said you were constantly buying clothes, so, you know, they don't feel like they need to give you your inheritance, like you don't deserve it, or you don't, whatever. This plan could have been concocted to say you did some sort of check fraud scam. This was a plan, but the law is aware of it. With family like this, who needs enemies? So this is family, collective. You may be having to sue family or a sister for pain and suffering for what they've done. Let's get one more. Or actually, one more row. Sorry. Loan. So somebody could have loaned someone some money. This secret is being exposed. That somebody loaned, or somebody could have given someone money and then said it was a loan. C. C could have done this. CL. CV. Slow down and enjoy life a little bit more. You could literally be working from the sun up to sundown. Mental illness. So this could be part of this family scandal. Somebody could be trying to say that you have a mental illness because you broke up with them. Again, this could be family. Could also be an ex. Did I show you guys the card? We have cash. So somebody's trying to cover up something that happened with cash. Somebody could have been given cash to say you have a mental illness. To sign something to say you have a mental illness. Now this is trying to be covered up. Positive change is coming in for you. Remember, divine intervention is positive, right? So something about divine intervention stepping in here. The law, like figuring something out. Somebody, okay, so pawn shop. So we have buying, pawn shop, forged, Pisces. Somebody could have done something at a pawn shop, pretended to be you, collective, or a Pisces bought something at a pawn shop. A Pisces could have pawned something sociopath. So a sociopath planned this check fraud scam. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just relaying the message here. So this person could be a sociopath. This person who refused to give you your inheritance could also be a sociopath that's watching you 24/7. Confession. So a sociopath could be confessing about something. They could be trying to say that they have a mental illness so they don't have to like go to jail or something. One more. Screenshots. So you could have screenshots of something. I know what you did last summer. Ooh. So you could know what somebody did in the summer, or it's just, you know, what they did like last year or something. Or 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Take it how it resonates. We have Taurus trying to control you. A Taurus could be trying to control you, collective. This person could be a clinical psychopath. Something about passed over, disguise. Somebody could be trying to disguise something that they did to take someone out. This could be a Taurus who's a clinical psychopath. This could have happened in the summer. Something about a passport and a brother. Oh, passport, job or business. Okay, so somebody could have like a fraudulent business making fake passports or making passports, however you want to look at it. This could have been done with a brother who's possessed or that co-signed something. Yeah, so something about recognizing, you could be profiling these people and recognizing something or someone from the past. This doesn't have to be a past life, but it could be. You could have like a past life contract with these people. Like it could be that you were put here to actually take these people down once and for all. T. Somebody with the initial T could have been, there could be a payment that was given to somebody with the initial T to co-sign on some sort of situation here. Confidence is key and incoming soulmate. Get ready. Bad news. Criminal ways. Need to change their ways. Lies, control, and manipulation. Extended family. And illicit substances. Heartless. Being investigated and depressed. So these people are depressed because they're getting investigated for like lying. A stepfather could also be involved in this, who's untrustworthy. And they're all getting karma. They could have wanted you homeless, and that could be why a landlord is on the record talking about something in court. Yeah, hired. Guilty by association. I was going to stop. And bribe. So somebody's guilty by association because they took a bribe, perhaps to catfish you. Now this cycle is closing for these players and whatever hush money that's been going around because they have no facts. You could be getting weird vibes from these people. Like if these people actually moved in like where you live, I don't want to breed fear, but you could be getting weird vibes from these perhaps grandparents. Somebody could be a Libra, or you're getting justice for this stolen identity and these lies to a judge. You're done with your time being wasted. These people could have like pissed you off like for the last time. Like you could be really forgiving and you could have been like, okay, well, all I want is for these people to just go out of my energy, and they won't. So you could just be like, you know what? I've had it. I'm contacting the law, or, you know, whatever it is. And now their secrets could be exposed, or these people are really pissed off because you actually exposed them. by, hold on. This card came out. So, like, they could be mad and be like, oh, well, you know, you're a snitch or whatever. But it's like, wait a minute. I'm a snitch. Have you ever considered that you're a fucking criminal? Excuse me. Okay, so, like, I mean, take responsibility for your own actions. Like, you're mad at me because I protected myself? But, you know, you should have never done this BS, right? Sorry, y'all. That's the first time I've ever dropped an F-bomb on my channel, so I'm sorry, you guys, but damn. If this was, like, this is my situation, I would be, like, finally upset because I'm really forgiving, right? I feel like if you make mistakes and then choose to correct your mistake, I can be okay with that. I can be on board with that. Like, okay, well, I'm just glad that you're seeing the light, right? But, you know, when you're dealing with a bunch of psycho or sociopaths, then they're never going to see the light. They're only seeing, yeah, they're not taking accountability for anything. Okay, let's get some more information here. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Just give me 1 second to give these a quick shuffle. So somebody I wasn't even ready for these cards, but I just, you know, quickly shuffled them, and it says, stalker, genius, bright idea. So somebody could have had an idea to stalk you. They thought this was, a good idea, and money was their motive. All right, Holy Spirit, oh, dang. Tried to get you fired. Reported to HR. This is on the record. Somebody could have done, like, somebody could have got you fired and tried to get you kicked out of your house. But you're winning. You could be winning a court case. Because these people lied. M. Somebody with the initial M, first, middle, or last. I just heard Mama Queenie is somebody's exposed. Again, we have the same energy kind of repeating itself here. Oh, they could have been both. Wow, I didn't even see this come out. So in-laws could be exposed. Their in-laws. Someone's involved here. Stepmom, stepsister, brother, in-laws could be involved in this, and even lying on the record, or trying to get you fired or kicked out of your apartment. Your property. Oh my gosh. There could be a property that's like involved here. Like somebody doesn't, in-laws could be in a property of yours, and this is being exposed. We have July and February that just came out together. So February through July could be significant, or somebody is born in February, so like Aquarius season, Leo, and then we have September, fall. Something could be happening in fall season. Tell me about this grandmother, Holy Spirit. What do we need to know about this grandmother? Home record. Gang stalking. You and your family, everywhere you guys go, are being stalked by this grandmother who's a gossiping fool. C. What about C? No C? Oh my gosh, you guys. With this gang stalking in C, I just heard like Crips. Something about May. Somebody with the initial C could be born in May. that's part of this gang stalking, part of this cover-up. Protective order. So you may need a protective order against C. If the law is involved, the law could have actually put a protective order on you, collective, of the C and their gang stalking people that were trying to set you up. They could have tried to set you up over and over again. This could be why you need a protective order. August. So right now we have July, August, September, and February, and May. So something significant could have happened during those months. Paying people off, bribing people. They may have even tried to bribe officials. I. Somebody with the initial I, they could have tried to bribe an investigator. It could have happened in any one of those months. Somebody could have hacked texts. Moved in next door. You guys, I can't make this up. Moved into a place next door, same complex, same street. So they could hack you and gang stalk you. The law is aware of this. Or this is because you called the law on someone. Tell me about gossiping fool, Holy Spirit. Witness. So this gossiping fool could be a witness. It could be this grandmother. T. T's grandmother, or T is also showing up as a witness. Now remember, we have T out here already. Someone's name could be Tia, Tim. Parental, mom, dad figure, father figure, mother figure. A mother figure could be a witness. We have you. Mutt. Somebody could have a dog. Like specifically like a mutt dog, so like a mixed breed dog that's like a whole bunch of different, and no shade, all right? I'm just saying. So somebody here hacked your Wi-Fi, collective, in order to put cameras in your home, or somebody put cameras in your home so they could, and then hacked your Wi-Fi in order to use them or see them. So somebody could have accessed. Okay, let me rephrase that. Somebody could have put cameras in your home. And you know, how do you access cameras? You do that through the internet, right? So they could have put cameras in your house and then been monitoring them over your own Wi-Fi, so it didn't look like they were doing something, or, you know, looking at it on their own internet. They could have literally moved in next door to you so that they could monitor your Wi-Fi and make it look like they're you monitoring these cameras, but it was actually them. Now they're trying to cover this up. They could have got a subpoena. Organized crime, yeah. Organized crime did this. They did this so they could surveil you 24/7. This was a plan, and it's been exposed. Somebody could have been making up some sort of reason as to why they, you know, like to try to sue you or something in court. Like if somebody found out you were getting money or you had money or something like that. They could be doing all these things in order to concoct a plan to be able to come in and get some sort of money for pain and suffering. A sister and a grandmother are significant, as well as in-laws. Real or fake documents. So there could be real or fake checks involved here. Tell me about these secrets being exposed, Holy Spirit. Yeah, money. So secrets are being exposed about some money that somebody could have taken, acting like it was a loan. They could have been intended to put this money back, but they weren't able to or something. Yeah, this could have been for DRUGS, so illicit substances, or there's DRUG money out here. What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Oh wow. OD. And illicit substances, back to back. And fake. So somebody could have like some sort of secret about money that they're moving around that's actually DRUG money. And some sort of ODing. Somebody could have said somebody OD'd, but this was fake. So someone could have said you were like on illicit substances or signed off on this. So they gave someone cash for something. Y'all, this is really like detail. It's crazy. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Receipts and evidence. Yeah, there's receipts and evidence. These people are watching you 24/7. There's receipts and evidence that somebody, perhaps at a pawn shop, that somebody bought something at a pawn shop. They could have traded something at a pawn shop. They could have bought clothes with something that they planned to do at a pawn shop. They could have forged your signature on something S. So somebody with the initial S is significant. Somebody, SUV, could be significant. Must, M-U-S-T. We have lust as well. Thomas. Dark web. Somebody could have done something on the dark web. This could be this S person. It doesn't have to be narcissist. So somebody's a narcissist here. They could have made fake lawsuits or fake police reports, or somebody could be baiting you. Somebody could have done something on the dark web. They could have tried to get somebody to do something that works on the dark web or something. You guys, I don't know about how the dark web is. I've never been on it, so I wouldn't know. But somebody could have given somebody money on the dark web who's a sociopath that is confessing. A restraining order. So somebody could be getting like a restraining order on them for what they did on the dark web. And somebody's asking why, and it's most likely you. Or you could be asking, why do I need a restraining order on somebody? Like, I didn't know anything was going on. Somebody could be coming in and telling you, you need a restraining order. Because this person's paying people off. They're bribing people. This person could have the initial K, first, middle, or last. KQ, KM. Casey, LC, LK, LV, something about Las Vegas could be significant. Or even California, we have that out here as well, CAL. Somebody could live like California, Las Vegas, like border or something. Yeah, whoever it is that is living in Las Vegas or California is literally hellbound. Not saying everybody, I'm just saying like whoever these people are hellbound. Because they tried to steal your money or inheritance or bank accounts. Now, if it's not somebody in Las Vegas, you could live in Las Vegas, okay? Just take it how it resonates. Or California. What else we need to know, Holy Spirit? Can I just get... Oh, dang. The person you are thinking about right now is who this is. So you could be thinking about who it is, and that's them. They could be trying to convince you or others of lies. Tell me about this loan. Hacker. So somebody could have bought a hacker on the dark web with cash. Perhaps hack you. So that way somebody could try to see if you have a mental illness. Somebody could be confessing to this because this is a dumb idea. They could have actually paid someone on the dark web or been like soliciting someone on the dark web to do a kidnapping. They could have literally bought this on the dark web. This person's a sociopath. There could be screenshots of this. This could be military family. Whoever is involved in this, it could be their military family, or this could even be your military family. What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Mail interference. So somebody could have interfered with your mail, collective. This could be like your actual mail. It could be emails. Somebody could have hacked your emails. They could have like redirected your mail. Yes. Tell me about this loan, Holy Spirit. Can I just get one more? Wow. Something about online sex. Yes. So somebody could have been doing something with emails trying to solicit some online sex. Or trying to insinuate this is what you were doing. Somebody could have paid somebody on the dark web to do this. To make up something about you online. Or sell you on the dark web. Hold on, let me just make sure I've got all this. This military family could be a sociopath, or they have mental illness. Somebody's confessing. Why could be confessing? sexting. So somebody could have been sexting online, pretending to be you. They could have been doing this through email. Oh, dang. This was a betrayal. Somebody did this to backstab you, collective. So this was planned out. A or O. We have the word toy. Tay. Someone's name could be Taylor. Coerced. Somebody could have coerced someone to do this. Taylor could have, or somebody coerced Taylor to do something. And now they're getting karma. Every last one of them who was involved in this coercion and stalking is getting karma. F could be involved in some sort of catfishing. Somebody's identification could be B. First, middle, or last could be their initial. Fake power of attorney to set you up. This was done by extended family members. You may need to invest in Ring cameras or a camera system. Somebody's trying to F with your life constantly. This person could have the initial E, first, middle, or last. This person could need a DSM-5 assessment, which is like a mental health assessment, in January. Or this person tried to do this to you. They were trying to F with your life, saying you had a mental illness. This person's name could be E, first, middle, or last. And so the police hacked your phone. Somebody was trying to convince you of lies because they were angry or pissed off. Something about a meeting with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whose initial could be J or Z or JZ. Crime of passion. Lied in court. And we have Q again. Fire sign. Bank account. R. And fake ID. Prostitute. Sorry guys, I can't say the word. Somebody could be that. Trying to create endings for you. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm seeing here. Somebody could be trying to create endings for you, saying that you are a tootie, okay? And they used a fake ID to do this. R, Q, Z, or J could be involved. They're all getting karma. K could be involved as well. Q. People were meeting here, trying to do this, and now they're pissed off because they can't do it. They could have tried to convince or coerce the police to hack your phone or your computer. They could have said you took some money out of a bank account that you didn't take. This was a crime of passion. So they lied to a judge and they lied to a judge about a RICO case, laundering or embezzlement, hiding money. And the truth is that they were the ones who were trying to psychologically mind F you. So you would look or appear to be mentally ill. Somebody with the initial A could have actually been part of this, and they were texting, emails, calls, whatever it is that they were doing here in order to lie in court to cover something up. A could be an alibi. G could be an alibi as well. These people are all pyramid scheme scammers. They could have said you were a witch in court. So this is a witch hunt. And that's what they're trying to do by accessing things like your emails or your mail. This is just all a witch hunt. All right, you guys. I'm just thinking where we're going to go next. All right. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. So you could have a significant other that's sending you negativity. This could be an ex. They're trying to block your heart chakra, so you would be imbalanced. So your beauty would not show through. So you wouldn't be seen as like somebody who is worthy of dating. Root chakra. So they could have been trying to bind your root chakra or sending negativity to your root chakra and your heart chakra. Wow. They could have been trying to do something here, send negativity to your stability, to your manifestations, to your comfort. Beware of anyone from your past wanting to re-enter your life. We have causing house issues, leaky roof, cracked walls, heat, cold systems, electric wiring, plumbing, pipes bursting, broken windows, and squeaky stairs. So, yeah. Now, I'm actually getting that this is a backfire for what they did. So this, whatever they did here is backfiring. This negativity is backfiring on them, causing them house issues. They could live in an old house. It could be causing all those issues I just mentioned. The person causing you negativity is a water sign, causing drama, causing drama and fights in your love connections and friendships. So a water sign could be causing these issues in your friendships. So this water sign could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Possess a talisman to amplify positive vibes. Seeing dark shadow figures in your home. So at some point you may have seen dark shadow figures in your home, or you are now, or someone is. energy vampire, excessively demanding your attention and emotional support. Now, this doesn't have to be directly. This could be like indirectly. So like if somebody's hacking you, they could be hacking you to waste your time. So what happens when you get hacked? Your phone acts up, your computer acts up, you can't do your job, you can't do normal everyday things that we depend on, right? So somebody could be doing this over and over again, so that way you don't have any free time. Somebody could even be doing this like with bank accounts or your money. Somebody could be copying you, trying to be just like you and do everything just like you, but there's no way to imitate you 100%. So good luck, copycat. A family member is hating on you. This family member could be copying you, trying to anyway. They could be trying to make like a smoke screen around something. Like, yeah, they are turning others against you. A family member could be being a copycat here, doing things under your name or your email because they hacked you, trying to cause problems with you and all of the people that you know. Or that, you know, you could even be in a certain business where, you know, you associate with other people. This person could be reaching out to them and acting like, oh, well, you don't want anything to do with the collective. The collective's crazy. And this person's doing this because they have a low self-esteem. They envy, let me rephrase this. Their envy and inferior towards you stems from deep-rooted childhood wounds. So this person has a low self-esteem because of what went on in their childhood. Like they could have had a father that was unavailable, right? A mother, whatever you want to say. Hating on your body image, your exercise routine. This particular family member could be hating on the way you look. For instance, this is actually kind of funny. So, I don't talk to my mother very frequently. And if she's watching, hey mom. So I don't talk to her very frequently because, you know, I don't like drama. So, but there's constant hatred around the way I look. If she says like, oh, you know, your skin's too perfect, or, you know, you know, why is that shirt so low cut? Or, and a lot of it seems like typical mother things, right? Well, one of the last times I talked to her, like she won't pay me a compliment if her life depended on it. Okay. Like, I'm sorry, but for 48, I feel like I look pretty good for my age. So my mother should be supportive, right? Wrong. So one time I was talking to her recently because we're having to communicate because my grandmother's getting older. Much like she's in her late 90s. And so, you know, I always call to check on my grandmother. So my mom and I are talking on FaceTime. And she's like, you know, when I was growing up, if you had dark roots and blonde ends, you were considered a WHORE. And I'm like, wait a minute. That was like 100 years ago. So wait a minute. Like, instead of paying me a compliment, it's this passive-aggressive BS, right? It's like, if you think I don't see through that, I see you loud and clear, mom. So it's like, so, you know, I associate it with just being evil at heart. Like, you know, it's clear. She doesn't want what's best for me. And like, just because the style was something, you know, 70 years ago, doesn't mean it's happening now. So anyway, that could be a situation where like you're dealing with somebody who just refuses to be nice. They refuse to pay you compliments no matter, and this could actually fuel your perfection and your ability to sustain some type of the way you look, right? And take good care of yourself could be based on this family member who truly doesn't want you to come across as looking good or healthy or whatever. And it could be because they want to make you look like you're something you're not. This could also be because they're envious of your career and the money that you make. You can make money, like be a model or something, and they don't like this. But this person, what I'm getting is they don't like anything you do. You could become a nun and they would be like, oh, I don't think you should do that. Or you could become a nun and they would still call you a WHORE. And there's something very significant about the fact that my mother said that. And then I talked to you guys about the neighbors who walk back and forth in front of my camera calling me an effing B and a effing WHORE and constantly. So it's kind of like, that's really interesting because I don't know these people. And then all of a sudden, like, my mom is making those statements to me. I don't believe in coincidences, you guys. So this person's secretly jealous or hating on your romantic relationships. So that could be what it is for me. This could be resonating here for me, right? Crown chakra. They could be wanting to block your crown chakra, your divine connections, your consciousness, your cosmic energy, enlightenment, illumination, spirituality, and divine wisdom. Jealous of your material lifestyle, home, cars, clothes, etc. Because my battery is about to die, so I've got about 20% battery left. So let's get a positive message to close this out. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what does the collective need to know? So we have the seas of Mintaka and lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. We're going to read that one. So you could be at a point where you're questioning everything right now, collective. Or the veil is lifting, so you're able to see everything, okay? Everything that is not aligned, you may be saying, it's time for it to go. If I question it, it's going. It's gone. It's out of here. This could even be like this energy of someone else questioning everything. And you're like, you're questioning me? Bye. Take a hike. I'm out. You're out. Bye. I mean, because this is the thing, is if somebody's really, truly trying to hate on literally all the things that just came out of that deck, then, you were not put on this planet to be here to be ABUSED, right? So it's like, hey, if you're not, working for the greater good of yourself, myself, for, life in general, then why are you even around? Like, okay, so we have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths, so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you are being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be a vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown. Some starseeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and the unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with survival and the well-being of Earth, to stand for and protect those who don't have a voice, to look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some starseeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They are here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the Creator at large. If we tolerate things in our lives that aren't aligned, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it's so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. So what is not congruent here in your life? How are you being called to bring it back into harmony? So are you dealing with a situation like me where you've got somebody that is purposely trying to bring you down? They're trying to hurt your feelings. They're trying to insinuate things that just aren't an issue. Perhaps somebody's just trying to, kind of poke you a little bit and try to see what kind of response they can get. because they have something to gain. People don't do things like this for no reason. If there wasn't something to gain, most likely these people wouldn't be doing what they're doing. Right? I mean, tell me, is there something else that I'm missing here? Please, I would love to hear in the comments. Let me know in the comments, you guys, if you guys resonate with this reading, like the reading, if you guys like the way I read, and I would love to have you guys subscribe if you're interested. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go because I don't want to be disconnected because my battery's about to die. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me on this general collective reading. Please only take what resonates. If something doesn't resonate, just leave it, okay? It's really like, there'll be another reading tomorrow, okay? And not only that, but I have like 220 readings up. If you feel like checking those out, they're listed under playlists, so feel free to check those out. Yeah, so let me know if this resonated, and you don't have to put anybody's names in the comments, okay? Because most of the time I will erase those because it's just not appropriate. So you don't have to put anybody's names, but let me know, is this something that you've gone through? Is there a court date that you know that's coming up? Perhaps it will be coming to you. Now, the other thing is somebody could actually have been trying to manipulate your mail so you don't get a court date. So let me know. All right, you guys, I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.